In a quiet village tucked between forgotten hills and rusted hopes lived a boy named Elvis. He was the firstborn of three. His parents were gone, swallowed by illness and silence. That left him his younger brother Kamau, his sister Achieng, and their grandmother Mama Njeri. Elvis was only 10 when the weight of adulthood fell on his shoulders. He fetched water, cooked porridge, helped with homework, and still found time to train with a football made from plastic bags. But this isn't just a story about football. It's a story about a mysterious pendant passed down through generations, a bronze disc etched with symbols no one could read. Mama Njeri gave it to Elvis on his 10th birthday. This belonged to your great grandfather, she said. He was a warrior, not with fists, with wisdom. He said this pendant listens. It doesn't speak unless you're ready. Elvis didn't understand, but he wore it anyway. The first time it spoke, Elvis was 13. His friends had started skipping school, smoking, chasing fast money. They mocked him. You're wasting time with that ball, they said. No one from here makes it. That night, Elvis sat alone under the stars, the pendant warm against his chest. And then a whisper. Not loud, not spooky, just clear. Fast money burns fast, but wisdom builds slow and lasts long. He didn't tell anyone, but from that day, he listened Elvis train daily, rain or shine. He studied tactics on a borrowed radio. He coached younger kids in the village. He helped Kamal with maths and braided Achieng's hair before school. The pendant never glowed, but it pulsed gently like a heartbeat. At 14, he heard of trials in Nairobi. Mama Njeri sold her last chicken to pay for his bus fare. He played brilliantly, scored from midfield, but when the list came out, his name wasn't there. You're good, the scout said, but we're looking for someone taller, someone with connections. Elvis walked away. That night, the pendant grew warm again. Rejection is redirection. It whispered. He trained harder. Mama Njeri saw the pain in his eyes. Do you know how bamboo grows? She asked. For 5 years, it grows roots underground, nothing above the soil. People think it's dead, but in the 5th year, it shoots up 6 feet in weeks. You're growing roots, my boy. Don't rush the shoot. The pendant paused. Elvis understood. At 16, a retired coach visited the village. He saw Elvis training kids and asked to play. After 10 minutes, the coach sat down, breathless. You're raw, he said, but you have something rare. Discipline. He made a call. Weeks later, Elvis was invited to a youth camp in Nairobi. This time, he had proper boots, a kit, and confidence. He didn't try to impress. He just played his game. 3 academies wanted him. He chose the one that offered education alongside football because Mama Njeri had always said, wisdom will take you where talent cannot. At 18, just before signing his first professional contract, Elvis tore his ACL. The doctor said he might never play again. He was devastated. But Mama Njeri reminded him, even in the valley, God walks with you. During recovery, Elvis studied coaching. He mentored younger players. He prayed. He stayed focused. And slowly, he healed. The pendant remained silent, but he wore it every day. At 20, Elvis returned to the pitch, stronger, smarter, hungrier. He signed with a top-tier club, scored in his debut, became a fan favorite. But he never forgot the village. He built a proper field, started a youth academy, paid for Kamal's university and Achieng's nursing school. And every Sunday, he visited Mama Njeri, now blind but still praying. One day, after scoring a hat-trick, a reporter asked, "What's your secret?" Elvis smiled and touched the pendant. Consistency, prayer, wisdom, resilience, and never forgetting where I came from. Elvis's story isn't just about football. It's about showing up when no one's watching, about believing when no one else does, about resisting the easy path when the hard one leads to purpose. Because sometimes the world writes your fate in pencil, but if you're bold enough, you can rewrite it in ink. And sometimes all it takes is a whisper from a pendant to remind you who you are. If Elvis's journey inspired you, remember your story is still being written. Stay disciplined, stay humble, and never forget where you came from. Like this video, subscribe for more stories of resilience, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that their roots are still growing.